I gotta time it. I gotta time it. Oh, I felt that one. Halfway through, I knew that was the one. Let's talk about how you can't upload photos to Instagram anymore if you edit them. Well, you can. You can't. They're cracking down, guys. It's getting weird. But it's good. It's also kind of, you know what? I'm curious to what you think. So far, none of this has made sense. I'm going crazy. What I am holding in my hands is sacred. Sacred amongst most film photographers. One in particular we'll touch on in a minute. But this is the Grail. This is in part going to be the topic of today's video, how it relates to Instagram and the whole world of AI and posting photos. There's a lot going on in this video. I gotta break it down better. Last night, I saw Kirk post a story, but what I noticed in the top left corner of that story is that it said made with AI. So I screenshot it, sent it to him, and I was like, the heck is this? What does this mean made with AI? And he was like, okay, yeah, I removed a few things from the ground using generative fill, and then Instagram tagged it as made with AI. Here's what's interesting about it tagging and figuring that out and identifying that and marking it as such in a story, because it does it for posts too. I think that's good, and I also think it's bad. These are interesting times. I shouldn't keep this out of the freezer for too long. This is like my little napping spot, basically. You're tired, you come up here and have a nap. Since the beginning of Photoshop, people have been editing their photos, enhancing their photos, be it that that's just contrast, color, sharpness, straightening horizons, etc., or fixing blemishes, retouching skin, sky replacements. A lot of these tools started to get introduced into the software. Then, within the last year or year and a half, you've seen all these now generative AI tools that are doing these tasks way faster. You could manually cut a sky out, replace it, or you could just highlight it and hit generate and it'll give you options. Now, it's not always amazing, but you've seen it. This is not news to you. But now what's happening is, even though you can use that generative tool to just remove a pop can on the ground, or get rid of a telephone wire, or maybe the hair in someone's face, a pimple, anything like that, that's now gonna show up with a tag on Instagram as made with AI, which I think is interesting. That to me is almost like an overreach. I think if you're making an entire image with AI, like we did in this video where I took this horrible photo of a cabin that I did and made it wild, I think that's fair to say this is made with AI. I think if you're just correcting someone's skin slightly, or you delete a shadow, or there's some ketchup on a table and you just want to delete it. You want to content aware fill that away, or generative fill that away. The fact that then that's tagged with made with AI, anywhere, I feel where's the line there? At this point, you may as well just have a tag that also says this photo's colors have been adjusted in Lightroom, and it was weird to me. It threw me off. Jeez, the more I'm filming up here, the more I'm realizing I need a proper lighting session. I need to get a nice top-down diffused light panel. I can just push a button and then perfect lighting will rain down upon me. That will make this the best place to film. I'm gonna do that. Not gonna do it today, but I'm gonna do it. Here, a little spot right here. Little spot. There we go. So where does this come in? This secret roll of film. This is called Aerochrome. It's made by Kodak. And this particular film is from 2011, or it's stamped that it's going to expire in 2011. And it says, do not load or unload camera except in very subdued light, process in total darkness.
You merely adopted the dark.
This is old, and it's very hard to find. Kodak doesn't make it anymore. They discontinued it. Jason of grainy days can tell you all.
Since it was discontinued, Aerochrome has become very, very hard to come by, often going for absurd prices over on the dark web.
To the point where I believe he even kind of came up with his own campaign.
The least that I can do to bring back Aerochrome is chug one of these Mountain Dew Flaming Hots every day until Kodak brings it back.
Which is pretty fantastic. I've got a roll right here. So I was in Italy several weeks ago, and I brought a roll of Aerochrome with me. I have 2. That's my last one. And I shot Aerochrome, medium format. And there's a very specific way to do it. You got to put an orange filter in front of your lens, or a yellow one, or a certain strength. There's a lot to go over when it comes to shooting Aerochrome. It was pretty stressful, but I did it. I shot Aerochrome, C41 Labs processed it. Check out what it looks like. I kid you not, everyone that I've shown them to immediately thinks it's AI or there's been some kind of absolute trickery that's gone on with Lightroom. But these shots have not been edited. They are from the lab, and what Aerochrome is, I forgot to say, it's an infrared film. And when you put that orange filter in front of your lens, it turns everything green pink. So I waited to shoot this until the spring when the chlorophyll in plants was plenty, meaning that pink would be even brighter than, let's say, maybe shooting it in the fall. Again, I take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I really don't know much about it.
Now you might be like, why in the good golly would Kodak make a film like this?
Other than what I've learned from Jason's channel.
Kodak actually originally made this film to be used in war. Kodak was like, maybe that'd be helpful uncovering enemies draped in camouflage, I don't know. And the US government responded by funding their Kickstarter campaign completely.
I did also buy this book. I found this book. This was really hard to find.
Richard Moss shot with it to document a civil war that was raging in the Congo. The project was called Infra.
I think they even shot a documentary on Aerochrome.
Later on, Moss actually returned to shoot some 16mm Aerochrome in a project called Enclave.
Banger. More bangers. Freaking bangers for days. Are you serious right now? I gotta make a whole video about this. This book is just absolutely absurd. That's this film right here, okay? I shot Aerochrome. It looks great. Here's where I think that tag helps you on Instagram. Because if I posted those photos right now, you would probably think that's AI, that's not real. If you didn't know the whole backstory and I didn't put it in the caption and I didn't write all about infrared film, all about Aerochrome, you might not believe that's real. You'd probably just think it was Photoshop or I inverted colors some way. You wouldn't have any idea that it's just no editing involved whatsoever. If it did say made with AI, then that's your answer. There it is. It was made, this was altered. This photo was edited. In some way, this was changed to probably make it look like this. And I think in that sense, it's helpful. I think that's good so that we know what's real and what's not real. Even if what if I'm lying to you? And I just no, I didn't Photoshop that. And I for sure did. Then you would see online that it was made with AI and cat's out of the bag. Busted. But in this instance, it's great because I can show you a picture that was shot on 14-year-old expired film. It was very hard to get with no editing, and I can post that. And you might think it's AI, but the badge isn't there, so that you know it's not AI. It was blown out on this day, so it doesn't look like the greatest. Blue sky with the pink, the contrast is just, it's chef's kiss. It was overcast every single day I was there, so my sky is gone. But if I manually add a sky using Photoshop's own sky replacement, not just highlighting it and generating something or prompting Photoshop to generate, give me blue sky, lots of clouds. If I take one of my own images, use Photoshop's sky replacement tool, do all the work to fix the edges, etc., you get a photo that looks like this. That's a fake sky. I'm telling you right now, it's fake. Now, if you post that on Instagram, check out this tag, made with AI. So when you touch that tag, it actually says this image was edited with AI, possibly. So they're kind of covering the whole spectrum there. That comes back to the pop can or the ketchup on the table. The photo's not AI, but AI was used within the process of the picture being created that you're seeing right now. It was used at some point. You won't know where. And that's where I think it gets kind of sticky. Instagram's own website says, labeling AI-generated content you share can help establish transparency and trust on Instagram. And in some cases, it's required. Content may be labeled automatically when it contains AI indicators, or you can label AI-generated content when you share it on Instagram. Does it look at this infrared film, see pink trees, and think, that's an indicator, that's AI? If it does, can you remove that tag? Because it's not AI. And then like that's annoying. Imagined with AI. Imagined with AI. If this says imagined with AI on it, I'll fucking break my phone. So, what are we thinking here? Are we stoked? Is this good? Is this bad? I need a pen. Dear Jason, hope you enjoy the out of this Aerochrome. Because Jason is the first person that ever introduced me to Aerochrome before I even knew what it was. I've been saving my last roll for him. So Jason, thanks for your videos. You're hilarious. This roll is coming your way. I guess you just saw the card. I don't really need to include the card. I'll send you the roll. This video is sponsored by Ridge, by the way, where I got this sick brass pen. You could do damage. You could do damage with this pen. If you've never heard of Ridge, they make a ton of accessories, but minimalist wallets is where they've started. And if you follow this channel for any amount of time, I've talked about wallets a few times. I'm a little bit into EDC. I'm on this little brass loadout that I call right now. So you've got this weapon of a brass pen, but it's a bolt action pen, right? See that little bolt? That goes down and over. And then you just touch it. Bolt action pen, deep carry clip, knurled finger grip. It checks all the boxes. You know I've got the wallet to match because I'm not a psycho. Super small minimalist brass wallet, money clip on the back. They've got over 50 colors and styles, new materials, sports licensed gear. If you're a baseball, NFL fan, this one's crazy. Over 100,000 5-star reviews. And if you're unsure, they've got a 99-day risk-free trial, so you can send it back for a full refund if you don't love it. And last but not least, 99-year warranty, so you'll be dead before it matters. If you lose your wallet all the time, bam, AirTag, fasten that bad boy. Oh, you lose your keys all the time too? They've got you there. The worst sound in the world might be keys jangling, like a janitor or a warden letting everybody know you're coming. Look at that. So if you don't like the clip, you can, oh, that's soft. What kind of leather is this? That's super soft. And they've got these wallets in so many different flavors: leather, wood, titanium, brass, plastic. And now my boy Marquez is part of their creative product development. And you gotta love that. So if you've ever considered Ridge, now is the best time to buy because they're offering, I think it's 30% off right now to celebrate Father's Day, which, oh my gosh, I almost totally forgot about that. So check out ridge.com/McKinnon for the best deals. So thank you, Ridge, for sponsoring this video. And if you guys need a new wallet, this is cool. I'm gonna send Jason a Ridge wallet. You know what? You're getting Aerochrome and you're getting a retro Ridge wooden wallet, like a beaver panel. That's coming to you, bud. All right, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. AI, made with AI. This vlog was made with AI. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm AI. I guess I'm just curious of where it'll go. And I'm curious as to what you think of the whole thing. The sound of Canon chargers just squeaking when they're full is among the worst sounds on the planet.